Hello everyone. So this is the video lesson 8, and in this video lesson we will discuss the thin film interference in the transmitted light case. Okay, so basically this is the part of video lesson 7 of the reflected case, and in this video lesson we will discuss the transmitted case for the same figure. Okay, so let's see the figure. Okay, so here we draw the reflected light and the transmitted light case. So this reflected light case we will discuss already in video lesson 7. So in this video lesson we will discuss the transmitted light case. Okay, so light is incident on the top layer of the film, parallel film PQRS of thickness T and refractive index mu, and this is the monochromatic light source, and after multiple reflection and refraction we obtain two rays, ray 1 and ray 2 in the transmitted light. Okay, so let's see the angles. Here I is the angle of incidence, R is the angle of refraction. The dotted lines are the normals. There are three normals, one normal, two normal and the third normal. So they are at the point of A, B and C. Then after at this point there is a reflection. Okay, so these two dotted lines are parallel to each other, so this angle will equal to this angle, and at point B there is a reflection, so both angle will be same. So if this angle is R, then this is also R, and the corresponding angle is R, because at this point C point there is a reflection. Okay, so there is a one rule also, that the angle of incidence is always the angle of emergence. Okay, so this is I, then this angle will also be I, then the whole angle is 90, this angle is 90, this is 90, so this angle is I. Now in order to obtain the path difference between the transmitted light 1 and 2, we have to draw a normal. So we draw the normal dn. So after d and n on this side there is no path difference, because both the rays are parallel. The path difference is BC plus CD in film, okay, and minus BN. This is the path difference in air. Both path difference are different. The path difference in film and the path difference in air, they are different in physics. Okay, so let's see. So what is the path difference? Interference in the transmitted light. So this is the B part. Okay, so this is the B part. The geometrical path difference between ray 1 and 2 in the transmitted light is BC plus CD. BC plus CD. This path difference is in film, minus BN. BN path difference is in air. Okay, so here the path difference is in film and this path difference is in air. So in this way we are able to calculate the path difference, but they both have different meaning. So we have to change both in air. So in order to change BC plus CD in air, we multiply with mu. Okay, now this path difference is in air and Bn is already in air, so there is no need to write again air and air, so we remove air, and the final path difference is mu Bc plus Cd minus Bn. So this is the equation number 1. Now let's calculate the different optical distances BC, CD and Bn. So first of all let's calculate BC and CD. BC and CD both are equal. Let's see the figure. BC and CD both are equal, and we apply the cos in triangle BCF. Okay, so we triangle BCF, we apply the cos formula, and in this way we obtain BC is equal to CD is equal to T upon cos R, and what will BC plus CD? It is twice T upon cos R. Okay, now let's calculate the Bn. We have calculated BC, CD. Now at last we calculate the Bn. For Bn, let's take that triangle BDN, in this triangle BDN we will apply the sine formula. Okay, so sin I is equal to Bn plus Bd. This implies Bn is equal to Bd plus sin I, but Bd is equal to Bd. What is Bd? Bd is this arm BD. This arm may be written as Bf plus Fd. Okay, so we write Bf plus Fd and sin I. You can use the Snell law, mu is equal to sin I upon sin R. So sin I may be written as mu sin R. Bf plus Fd, you can apply the tan formula in this triangle. You can apply the tan formula in this triangle. Then after tan formula in this triangle, Bf is equal to Fd. So the Bf comes to be T tan R. What is the value? Let's see here. Bf is equal to T tan R, Fd is equal to T tan R and mu sin R. So final answer is twice mu T tan R sin R. Okay, so you can apply that tan R formula. Tan R is equal to sin R upon cos R. So the answer is twice mu T sin square R upon cos R. Therefore the geometrical part difference is given by you. So this is the basic formula for the geometrical part difference, and whenever you put the value of BC, CD and BN, and after a simple calculation you can arrive at the result twice mu T cos R. Okay, so you can compare the result from the reflected case. The part difference in the both cases are same. The geometrical part difference is same. Okay, so but in transmitted light you know that there is no extra phase difference of optical part difference. There is no optical part difference. There is no optical phase difference. We already discussed in video lesson 5, I think. So optical part difference is 0. But in reflected light, the optical part difference is lambda by 2 and optical phase difference was pi. So we add lambda upon 2 value, but in this case the optical part difference is 0. So the final part difference is delta is equal to delta is equal to twice mu T cos R. So once we obtain the part difference, we are able to write the condition for maxima and minima. So we take the heading condition for maxima. We know that the maximum intensity is obtained at those points the part difference is even multiple of lambda upon 2. So we put the part difference equal to twice n lambda upon 2. In this value we can obtain the condition for part difference. Now the condition for minima. The condition of minimum intensity is obtained when the part difference is an odd multiple of lambda by 2. Therefore we put the part difference twice mu T cos R equal to twice n plus 1 odd multiple of lambda by 2. So this value. So now at last you can compare the two results. One result from the video lesson 6, okay, and in this video lesson, in the previous video lesson we discussed the reflected case. In this video lesson we discussed the transmitted case. Okay, the two results from the reflected, the two results from the transmitted are complementary to each other. So we can say that the two patterns, one from the reflected, one from the transmitted, are complementary to each other. Okay, thank you.